Hello everyone, I am Mrrishi, and today we are going to be going over everything you need to know about the basics of competitive Temtem. In this video, we will be going over everything from the type chart and customization of your Temtem to useful competitive resources. My next few videos will be going over things such as battle mechanics and the ins and outs of battling, so stay tuned for that. Without further ado, let's get right into things. We're beginning with probably the most basic and possibly most important piece of information that you need to know: the type chart. There are 12 total types in Temtem, each of which have their own strengths and weaknesses inside of the larger game. These strengths and weaknesses extend beyond the type chart in various forms, such as, but not limited to, stats, move pool, and traits. Neutrals are a great example of this, as they are only weak to one type, but they do not hit any type super effectively. Although, they usually have much stronger moves in order to compensate for this. All types have weaknesses and resistances, as stated, which start to get a bit complicated when talking about dual types. If you have an Earth Crystal Tem, Mrrishi, you can see that it takes 4 times damage from melee and 1/4 damage from toxic moves. This is because Crystal and Earth are both weak to melee while both resist toxic, resulting in 4 times damage and 1/4 damage respectively. It's important to know that the resistance of a dual type is the product of both individual resistances from each type, hence why Mrrishi is neutral to fire techniques. With all of this information, you are probably wondering where you go to get Tems for competitive, along with being able to access your competitive teams in game. Before we go over any of this, we must first discuss TVs and SVs. TVs, or trained values, can be gained through items or by defeating Tems. For example, if you defeat a Platypet, you will get 1 special attack TV to any Tem that gained EXP from that battle. Or if you use an Enhancer Mango, you'll get 20 special attack TVs to a given Tem. The more TVs you have in a certain stat, the more that stat will get boosted. You can have a total of 1,000 TVs in a Temtem, while having a maximum of 500 TVs in one stat. Moving on, SVs, or single values, are innate and cannot be changed without rare items. These values also boost your stats and have a maximum of 50 in each stat. For the majority of competitive Temtem that you are going to be buying, you are going to want to have 50 SV in each stat with all egg moves. The best way to get these Temtem is through the auction houses located in Denny's, Arbery, and Tuckma. You can use the filter options to select the Temtem and the SVs that you want, allowing you to buy them with pansons. In order to put these Temtem that you just bought in your competitive squad, you must access your competitive squads first. You can access the competitive squad screen at any PC through your Tem deck. Here, you can customize the Tems that you have in your squad along with the items that are being held by each Tem. Something to keep in mind is that you cannot have a pre-evolution and an evolution on the same team. For example, you cannot have Venmit plus Venx on the same team, but you can have Venmit plus Ventil on the same team. Alongside that, Ranked Ladder has auto-scaling, which means that all SVs and levels will be sent to 50 and 100 respectively. This is only for ladder, which means that there is no auto-scaling in dojo rematches, in-game tourneys, dojo wars, dojo club matches, or community events. This does not upscale your moveset. Therefore, if you want to use Water Cannon on Whip Pump, you will have to level it up to 100 in order for it to learn it. If you ever want to dive deeper into any of these subjects that were discussed in this video, you can use some of these very helpful resources. First off, the Temtem Wiki, which I will link in the description, as with any of these resources, allows you to see stats, technique learn set, and resistance chart, and even shows you the description of any technique, trait, or item that you may have a question about. You also have Tem Team as an amazing team builder, damage calculator, and pretty frequently updated tier list. I'll be having an in-depth guide over how to efficiently use Tem Team in a future video, so stick around for that. Then, last but not least, we have Tortonite's Garden. Tortonite's Garden is an excellent resource for spreads and even has a leaderboard and a tier list. You'll be using all 3 of these at the start of your competitive Temtem journey. And that's all for this video. Again, this is the only information that you need to know before hopping into a battle. There's still plenty of more information that must be discussed and that will be coming in future episodes. Make sure to like this video if it helped you at all, and make sure to sub for future videos. And also, comment to let me know what you want to see next. This is Mrrishi. I hope everyone has an amazing day, amazing week, and an amazing life, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.